Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion with a pretty unusual sight, I guess, today. Yesterday I forgot to show you this end screen, this calendar screen at the end of April, which I like to do sometimes. It's the 1st of May today, so yeah, here you can see how we did last month, and there is this week where I was on a conference. Are those 2 days which I spent traveling. And those two losses, I think one of them was, well, this Sunday, where there was this campaign kingdom, which was pretty close, and where we did have the win, but we took the wrong decision and lost. And then I think this one was the kingdom with Guildmaster, the Guildmaster stuff, where we in the end went for this weird silver flood strategy. Also, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, let's get to today's kingdom. I've already started up to load the kingdom plot and to make the openings, but I haven't otherwise really thought about this all too much. It's Menagerie, the Dark Ages kingdom, and yeah, you can do some pretty nice stuff here. So let's see where this heads. And as always, if you're not interested in me discussing the cards, I will put a timestamp to which you can skip. Black Cat, +2 cards. If it isn't your turn, each other player gains a curse. So it's a moat, but if you manage to somehow play it on another player's turn, then it's a cursor even. When another player gains a victory card, you may play this from your hand. So this is how you can play this on another player's turn. Then we have, let's then some comments on Black Cat maybe. Here in this kingdom, it looks much more enticing than in other kingdoms because there's Way of the Pig, which gives you +1 card and +1 action. And that means that even if you have a deck full of Black Cats, then you can still always just play them, getting you the action back, and thus keep the threat of cursing the opponent around. Forager, +1 action, +1 buy, trash a card from your hand, then +1 coin per differently named treasure in the trash. And yeah, that's pretty okay. Usually 1 coin, one action is alright, but not amazing. Snowy Village, +1 card, +4 actions, +1 buy. Ignore any further plus actions you get this turn. It's a nice village by itself, but also inhibiting further plus actions kind of sucks. So yeah, it makes your foragers and your horses terminal, and also the paddocks even if they have activated. So yeah, we will want to play with one of those or two of those. Let's see. But yeah, it's not four actions are surprisingly quickly gone. Nonetheless, we will be able to over-terminal ourselves due to Way of the Pig being around. Scavenger, +2 money. You may put your deck into your discard pile, look through your discard pile, and put 1 card from it onto your deck. This one is pretty nice early on, as you will get through the shuffles a bit quicker, see the good cards that you acquire a bit quicker, and that, yeah, is quite nice. But yeah, also not much else to say about it. It's a terminal silver. Count, choose one, discard 2 cards, or put a card from your hand onto your deck, or gain a copper, or choose one, +3 money, or trash your hand, or gain a duchy. And the first, of course, is not great. Discarding 2 cards, putting something on top of your deck can sometimes be nice to set up the next turn. But yeah, it's well, actually, it kind of synergizes with Black Cat, as you might be able to top deck Black Cats late in the game. But then, yeah, the second thing, of course, is great. Choose one, 3 money is good. Trashing your hand is really, really good early on. And gaining a duchy, well, I don't know, not that great, but okay. And count you want to go for early on. So if you can open with it, it's great, but if you acquire it later, it's okay. Maybe for top decking Black Cats, we might keep it in mind. Yeah. Kiln, +2 coins. The next time you play a card this turn, you may first gain a copy of it. And Kiln does need that action support, as it doesn't give you an action back. So it is a nice-ish kind of gainer usually, but it takes a bit to set it up. And with Snowy Village being the only village, I don't think we're going to go for Kiln at all. Paddock, plus 2 coins, and gain 2 horses, plus 1 action per empty supply pile. And yeah, that one can go really crazy in late game, but in the early to mid game, it's also a really great card, plus 2 coins, and later draw 2 cards is pretty good, I'd say, so we will go for that. Altar says trash a card from your hand, gain a card costing up to 5. Amazing to turn your coppers into paddocks or something like that. Wayfarer, plus 3 cards, you may gain a silver. This has the same cost as the last other card gained this turn, if any. So if we play Forager and we hit 4, for example, we could buy a black cat first, and then Wayfarers would cost 2, and we could buy a Wayfarer afterwards. Animal Fair, plus 4 coins, or plus 1 buy per empty supply pile. Instead of paying this card's cost, you may trash an action card from your hand. And that means that later on we might be able to trash our Forager or our Scavenger in favor of Animal Fairs, and due to Way of the Pig being around, it's also okay to have a few of those lying around. And yeah, that's it. There's one event for 4 called Bargain. Gain a non-victory card costing up to 5. Each other player gains a horse, so you essentially boost your the other player in order to, well, in order to have a nicer card yourself. And it's of course better on the 3/4 for the AI to have, because then it will put the horse into a later shuffle. For us, we will always put the horse into the AI's first shuffle and boost its early game, and usually that's not too great. So it's actually a thing you might consider more as second player as first player. Yeah, let's see what this kingdom got in store for us. 7 minutes of discussion, kind of long, I'm sorry. But yeah, this kingdom offers a viable engine with Paddock and as draw and payload, black cats probably mixed in there, Snowy Village, altar, Forager for trashing, Count maybe also as for trashing, but we'll see to that. And yeah, the finicky situation is kind of that Snowy Village is the only village, so we might want to have 2 of them just to find them at the opportune moments. But also Way of the Pig is around. Being able to pick actions is also pretty great. So let's see. Opening wise, I think we should go for the Scavenger and not go for the bargain for Count, but it's not super obvious to me. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Count, of course, as I said early on, it's nice to trash 3 cards. Like, I mean, essentially you can trash 4 cards, but you have to gain a copper or top deck one of your cards, so you usually trash 3 cards. It's quite nice, and later being able to top deck black cats, I don't know, but I think, yeah, I think not going for bargain is the better choice. On the 5/2, well, you can open Count and Black Cat, and it seems pretty nice. Might even be a B- opening and not a C+, but I don't. We don't have this opening, so we don't mind. So let's start the game. Open Forager Scavenger. AI does indeed open with that. We had 4 here, which is not great. We can put our deck into our discard, or we can decline this and just top deck the horse. And this means that next turn we are very likely to find the Forager as well. Now for 4, we could bargain ourselves now. Go for, I don't know, a Count. Doesn't look all too great, so maybe this is already the Snowy Village we want to put in there. We do find the Forager. We do get another thingy. Unfortunately, we only hit 4 here, so I think we put in Black Cat Wayfarer or 2 Black Cats. Hoping to, of course, combine those with the Snowy Village, which might not happen. Yeah, which did not happen, but we can top deck Forager, or maybe we want to top deck the Snowy Village or the horse. Actually, let's top deck the horse and get a paddock for ourselves and see what we hit here. We're a bit slow in the trashing, but it's okay. Yeah, let's pick this, pick that, hit 5. I would love to hit 6 for altar, but oh well. Yeah, next turn we are going to find the Snowy Village and the Paddock and the Scavenger. So, and also I think there's a black cat, so we might be able to, well, no, there's no black cat. We saw this the last turn, but we can first play the Paddock, then put our deck into our discard, and top deck a horse again. Now get the altar. And the thing I'm a bit concerned about is how slow we are in trashing overall. So yeah, we should definitely prioritize this now. The Paddock at this point we should pick, I think. Just trash rest it doesn't matter. Trash 2 cards and get 2 more black cats. And yeah, this is not a great draw, of course. It's having this Snowy Village so far down in the shuffle, because that meant that we couldn't play any of the paddocks there. And actually I'm thinking about picking the black cat. No, but well, this is all right now, because we can play those paddocks, we can top deck a horse, and even hit 8 here, which we can use to buy black cat paddock. I have the feeling like black paddocks are going to empty. So yeah, AI goes for black cats. Maybe the black cats will empty first. Pick this black cat. I think we picked the Forager at this point. And now play the Snowy Village for some paddock action. And by black cat, just go full on the black cats. Could go for a Wayfarer as well, but I think the black cat might be superior. And yeah, believe it or not, but this game seems pretty close to, well, not that close to ending, but it does seem somewhat close to ending. Yeah, we really ought to find our Snowy Village and get to pick just a bunch of stuff. And the last card, of course, is gonna be the Snowy Village. Not the last card, but almost the last card. But yeah, we can get rid of this. We can draw into this last paddock. And actually, this is amazing, as we will get to do all of this stuff. And now if we empty the black cats, what is the paddock situation? AI has 4 paddocks. Pro tip, if you draw your deck, you can just look at its contents pretty easily. So suppose we were to go for black cats and paddock, then the paddocks would give 2 actions next turn, which would be good for AI, because it does have 2 black cats. Or how many black cats? How do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, AI has 2 black cats, 4 paddocks. So and an animal fair, which is scary, because the animal fair will give it extra buys. So it might turn horses into animal fairs. So I think we should not empty both black cat and paddock, but we can in principle empty one of them. Maybe this wants to be Hmm. Yeah, I mean, AI will hit. How much money does AI have? 7 coppers have been trashed. We have 3 coppers remaining, so AI has trashed 3 coppers. With the paddock, it will have 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 4 is 15 for an animal fair. It does have 2 victory points, so it is ahead on that. And therefore, yeah, I think we do need to go for. This is not trivial. This is actually pretty hard. Maybe we just go for Black Cat Animal Fair and leave AI with the tough choice of what to do. Um, yeah, I think I like that actually. Yeah, okay. Everything else just feels super risky because AI would have enough money in principle with if it could play the paddocks at ease, and it would have enough money and buys with Animal Fair to go for more of the stuff. But of course, now we're in much of the same situation. Um, pick the Wayfarer, pick those black cats. I mean, we are already at a point where we will hit 10, so I think what we do here is just play this snowy village, and play the 4 paddocks, and or the animal fair for 12. No, I think we do this and buy the last black cat and a province. And the worst thing that can happen is AI cursing us twice. Mm, let's see how many curses we eat. Yeah, we eat 1. Um, and get those paddocks non-terminal. Mm, yeah, I think I like this. We have 2 black cats in hand. I knew that there were 4 black cats remaining in the shuffle, so it was quite likely. So yeah, let's see what the AI goes for. It goes for an early snowy village. That's of course great. It buys a gold. Okay, that's interesting. Do we want to play these paddocks before going into this shuffle or after? That's the question. I think we want to play those afterwards. And maybe, well, let's play 1. My gut feeling says 1 is good. And now we can trigger, find some horses. Due to our last turn, we do have some horses in there. Can pick more black cats and get further in the shuffle. Play those horses, play those black cats. Amazing. Pick the Wayfarer, pick the horse, or no, we play it properly. But now, what do we do? I think we need to pick one more thing. Or we can just play all of those paddocks, play the Forager, Trash and Curse, play the Snowy Village now, and maybe we want to. Let's keep the option of picking the Forager. Maybe we want to get further through the shuffle and even top deck those horses, even though that means that we won't be able to distribute curses to AI with black cats. It will mean that we'll have an amazing next turn. So yeah, I think I really like that. Do we pick or play this horse? What are the last 2 cards? They should be action cards, right? We have 3 coppers, 1 curse, and a province, so yeah, they should be action cards. Amazing, another paddock. And yeah, there is kind of the struggle that we can never play the altar to gain the paddock to activate the +2 actions. before before not having after not having played the Snowy Village. Sorry, I just can't think apparently. But yeah, now what is the last card? It's an action card. So if we play this Forager, then play the Snowy Village, we can still trigger the shuffle. Yeah, it's a horse, which we can pig. Can now put one more thing in there. That might be nice. How much money are we going? We are going to double province, so we're pretty safe from almost everything, as we are so far ahead in points. So it's relatively risk-free to get this paddock in there. And now here we can just double province, turn this horse into an animal fair, and did we even have a win actually? Wait, four snowy villages. Yeah, of course we do have a win. I'm sorry if you were getting annoyed at me not seeing this win, but we are ahead in points due to the province by last turn. So yeah, I think the big difference we had was that we got ahead in black cats, which forced the AI to be so passive in the end. And yeah, this board is very interesting. The dynamics change a lot depending on how many piles are emptied, because paddocks plus actions are super important. Animal fairs plus buys can be important. And yeah, you really got to be on your toes with that kind of stuff. But apart from that, I don't know. Why have a black cat, why have the pig is quite nice. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. I will hope to catch you in the next one, and until then, goodbye.